Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all doing well and having a great week. It's Friday, so it means it's live time. So basically, today's one, we're going to be talking about something that's quite relevant, and we're going to be talking about ways to promote your martial arts school, your fitness business during the summer. Now, one of the biggest things that I've found is generally working with so many clients is that summer is something that most people just kind of ignore, and they kind of just most people have the idea that if it's summer, people are going away. There's no one around. There's no point marketing my school. I might as well just shut it and then come back in September. Which, in my experience, is probably one of the worst things you can do, especially if you are not going on holiday, because there are a lot of people around during summer, especially this year. Because most people can't even travel and stuff. So, by the way, welcome everyone. I've got quite a few on live. If you're on live, give me a hashtag live or just let me know you're on, and it'd be great to see some interaction as well. So, if you're just jumping on, so today's topic is what you can be doing during summertime to promote your school or your fitness business. So, generally, what most people do, this is what I've seen, is that they would switch off all the ads, not have anything on, and just wait till September. So, which is not the best idea. Now, the reason why it's not a good idea is because, firstly, you're leaving things to the last minute because September is normally a rush period anyway, with the schools coming back. But it's you also don't want to just leave it in that kind of way and just hope that September is going to be a busy one, because more than likely it will. But you need to be prepared for this kind of stuff. What I found is that summertime is a great time to build upon your skills and get your marketing system right. Test with ads and see things that you just normally don't get time to do, because one of marketing is a process. If someone says to you, look, I'll guarantee you that you'll get X amount of members within like 2 weeks or something like this, then it's a big red flag, because no one can guarantee that. With my system, what I kind of guarantee, not really guarantee, but what I normally say is, you know, by the end of the 3 months, you will have a system that's working for you. But then it doesn't mean after the 3 months, that's it. You still need to test things. So why is summertime such an important time? Now, summertime is where you can do these kind of tests, and you can kind of see what images are working, what kind of things are working. Generally, most people are more online during summer as well. So your cost is going to get lower generally. So there's many plus points as to why you should even be doing anything in summer. So my biggest thing with today, obviously, is I'm going to go through over the 5 points with you shortly. But it's also to understand that this time, if you've been thinking about, learning something or doing, or just thinking that, marketing is not a good time to do stuff right now, then I'm here to tell you that's a wrong way to look at it, is because it's like, for example, a lot of you guys have seen Barry in this group. One of the first things when he joined the TAP system a while back, August was his quietest month, and he generally just thought August is not time to advertise. But that became his busiest month ever. He got a lot of adults as well in there, and I'm sure Barry's probably listening. He'll comment below and let you guys know. But it's just, don't be under the impression that people are not out there, because there are a lot of people. So I was chatting to my brother yesterday, and he's like, "Well, we're not really traveling anywhere. I don't really know what to do with my kids." Now, when you're thinking about summer, there are different, I'll go into these points now. Like, one of the things is, like, generally what people do is like summer camps, which is a great idea for sure. But have a think about out the box. What kind of things can you help? Because end of the day, you're also, one of the biggest things I know for most martial arts people is that you want to be recognized in your community as well. So why don't you think about out the box? It doesn't always have to be just martial arts. If you can think of ideas of how you can keep children engaged, which you guys are really, really good at, then I would promote that kind of stuff as well, because this is how you can get people in, educate them, and then get them signed up in September as well. So very, very powerful way to look at it is, don't always just think that your end goal is look, I have to just say martial arts. In the day, if you can kind of create some kind of camp where it is more about child development, for example, or it doesn't always have to be categorized in that kind of way. So what I'm trying to give you is ideas. Things this is like the kind of stuff like next month. One of the biggest things that I'm going to be doing in the tap system group is actually helping people come out with a campaign which that they can be running during August and have like the busiest August ever. I've already got like some ads and ideas that I've got, which I'm going to be sharing there. But so what I want to share with you is this: at the end of this live session, if you want this document, just type the word. Well, I'll show you in a second. First, let me show it to you. It's going to go a bit inception mode here. So here's a document that I've written out. I'm going to put a few more things on here. This is kind of stuff that I'm going to go through with you guys now. Like insanely effective ideas for enrolling students. If you're looking way to increase during the summer, which is like majority of you will be, a lot of you I imagine are just not even thinking about it, but I highly advise that you do think about it. Obviously, you've got Facebook ads. This is the biggest thing that we use in the tap system itself. Now, what you want to be doing is like thinking about images, headlines, and this kind of stuff. Even shorter text even works nowadays. Long copy, short copy, you need to be testing these kind of things. Now, what kind of things can you be doing? I'm going to just skip a little bit ahead here. Now, offers. There are many offers you can run. Like during summertime, I would probably suggest more like looking at like, giving months the whole month free or charging them a very little amount. If you're doing discounts and stuff, is a very good way. Buy one get one free. It works really well. One big thing I want you guys to know is that obviously there's a few refer a friend. Some of you guys are already doing this. Reason why there's dollars is obviously because I also do this with the US people as well. So buy one get one X month amount free. Discounting for return students. There are quite a few ideas here. Some of you guys are already doing quite of this, but what I'd like to also go over is this. Where you got Facebook, Facebook ads. Have you thought about YouTube ads? Have you thought about Instagram? Instagram is not my number one strategy, but this is a great time during summer for you to test out Instagram ads, especially Reels. If you know much about Reels, Reels is like the new thing really right now, which is getting a lot of traffic. This is quite a new thing. So this is something that I'd highly advise that you guys to check out. Reels are. Let me just get back to here so you guys can see me. But if Reels is very very powerful from what I've seen. It's something that I've been learning as well from my own mentors. But it's just if you are using Instagram, then that's what I'd advise you to try it around. So this is the perfect time for you to try these things. Otherwise, come September, you're not going to try anything. You're just going to rely on that same ad, and then same thing. It depends how well you've constructed your system, but you're just going to revert back to your old strategies. Now, summertimes are great to figure these things out because once you find a few things, then at least you have like an arsenal of that things you can try in summer. In September and going forward. Now, one of the things that I want to clarify is having your copy. So on here, copy is the most important in my view. Building out a system is not hard. If you're good with tech, I find that some people are good with tech. They'll be able to figure out a few things. Like things like Zapier and all this kind of stuff that we use as well. But how do you get someone to come in and then how do you get them to show up? How do you like kind of understand as to how do you get the right quality person coming through as well? It relies very heavily on your copy because that's one of the first things that people see. So during summertime, what can you be talking about? You'd be talking about pain points. What are the pain points? Pain is the main reason someone actually does something. In the day, it's very unlikely that you're going to they've done studies on this so much and everything. It's just that to get someone to take action, if you tell them that this is going to be taken away from them, this is why some of you guys have scarcity on your ads. Why is it? Because if you take something away from someone, they want it more. So, but also pain points. What is the biggest pain point? Like, let me know. So quite a few of you on live with me. What do you think? Let's make it a little bit of a workshop. Like what do you think is the biggest pain point for parents right now? just put it in the comments below, because this is good for everyone else to see in the group as well. You know, if you what do you think is on their mind? What is the talk? This is the way that you need to be looking at your copy. This is the when you're writing stuff. It's not literally, hey, you're just going to be basically, hey, do you want focus, confidence? Does your child need focus, confidence? Yes, they all do, but they all know this. Like, think about it. All the dance studios, all the football, all these people, they all use the same thing. They all say focus, confidence, and stuff. Now, why is martial arts, or if the whichever fitness business you're on, what is so particular about that kind of stuff that is making you better than the other sports? Have a think about this. I mean, there's some great stuff coming out. I'm just going to get on here. Screen time. Screen time's a great one. Most people will recognize this. This is a big pain point. Like, I see it. Like, my niece, she's what, I should know her age. She's about 6, I think. So yeah, but she's always glued to her iPad. I mean, she's doing martial arts as well, and she's learning this in one of the schools here. But I see it a lot, and I'm like, we didn't have this kind of stuff when we were growing up. You know, it surely can't be good for your eyes. Now, can you see what is the problem with screen time? What is, you know, everyone understands, okay, screen time, but what is it? What are the effects? What's it going to actually happen? Okay, if you elaborate this kind of stuff in your ads, this is why your ads will become powerful. And if you can relate this to summertime and say, look, in summertime, it's going to get worse. You know, if you think that they're through school time, they've actually been stuck on their screen, what do you think? They'll all need glasses soon, wouldn't they? If they already don't have it, you know, kind of thing. You know, here's another thing: bored kids over the holidays. Very big one. That's something that my brother's definitely on about. He's like thinking about taking him to the zoo and all this kind of stuff, and he's running out of ideas already. Now, think about this. What can you help with that particular? Like, say if I'm speaking to my brother, I'm like thinking, I'm trying to think of ideas of what he can be doing. You guys actually have loads more than what I can think of, because you do this day in, day out. Like, what kind of activities? Your ads don't always have to be, here's my offer. It doesn't always have to be. Like, have to think about this. A lot of you guys in this group have, you know, there's some of you that are in the tap system. If you're in the tap system, let me know in the comments, and just let people know it is good. But you know, the thing is, when you need to recognize that people are in different stages of buying journeys. Some people don't believe you. Some people think that there's other sports that are better. Some people think that, you know, yeah, I'll get around to it later, my child's all right. You know, what's the urgency? Why do they need to be learning? Why should they even come to your martial arts school or something over the holidays? You know, what is it that you're going to be doing differently? These are all the kind of questions you should be asking yourself, and it's a very, very important way. And when you can integrate this into your copy, or even when you're like, one of the first strategies that we do in the tap system is a boosting strategy. This is where you would put this kind of content in front of people, because an educated person who understands what your system is, like in mine is a tap system, but if someone is, you all have your own systems, so you all teach people in your own style. There's not one school is not exactly the same as the other. And I know this from because I trained martial arts for quite a while. So have a think about this kind of stuff. So I'm just trying to give you ideas. You know, I'm going to like obviously go into a little bit more detail with this, but you know, here's another one: getting kids back into engaging social environments. Very good one. You know, where like you can, when you talk about this kind of stuff in your copy, you can kind of elaborate a little bit more about, you know, how has the last year been for them. You know, trying to get them in engaging times during summer is great, because you know they won't be near their friends anymore. You know, want to, you know, try thinking of parties and things like that they can be doing. Very, very important things, and parents will get this straight up, because they're struggling to think of ideas of what to be doing with their children. You know, here's another one: interaction with others. Definitely. The reason why it says Facebook user on here is just because above you need to click that little link, and then it'll say, I'm not martial arts, but I've extended my opening hours into the daytime during August. Yeah, Exactly. I mean, like obviously, I mention martial arts quite a lot just because I deal with a lot of martial arts schools. But just in fitness in general, whichever business you have, stuff like this is very important. But extending your opening hours is great. You should be doing it. But are you telling people that you're doing this? How are you telling them? You know, this is where the video boost strategy comes into things. Letting people know early on right now before the summer properly kicks in. Well, it kind of has already because I think kids have gone on to holidays now. But having this kind of stuff to tell people that it's an essential time that we during you're probably thinking maybe you've got work to do during the day. Don't forget that we've opened our school during the day as well, or our business, whichever it is. So um, and advertise the fact. Oh yeah, sorry, just see it on there. So definitely you need to be doing that. These are great ideas. If definitely do this stuff. It's a. But so let's get back to a bit more of a topic. So I mean, this is on topic anyway, but it's. Let me just get this up here. So understanding like Facebook ads. If you're not using Facebook ads, why are you not using it? It is the cheapest ads that you can buy, as you can get in front of the relevant audience. What do I mean by relevant audience? Who pair it? Like, there's no point really, unless you're very good with TikTok. I wouldn't really bother trying to learn TikTok right now if you haven't mastered the main one, which is Facebook, in my opinion. Because unless you're very good at dancing and all that kind of stuff, then go ahead. But it's a very different kind of avenue. The way you use something like this, like TikTok or something, for example, if this is what you're thinking, is that you use it as a traffic source and then you retarget people on Facebook and Instagram. So that's the strategy that you would use with that. But if you don't have your retargeting, if you don't have your system built out in Facebook itself, then there's no point going in on all these other avenues. Apart from YouTube ads, that's a very powerful one if you're not doing it. So the 5 points really with this is understanding your copy, utilizing other channels itself. The ideas that we kind of already went over is, brainstorm this kind of stuff. What is it? If you don't really know, then speak to your audience and speak to them and find out like what is their pain point right now. Like, first thing in the tab system is questionnaires and speaking to your audience. So do that during this time. So it's a perfect time to be speaking to them because they are actually at home, quite a lot of them, unless they're working through the summer. But this is what I'm trying to show you is that don't think of summer is not a good time to be learning this kind of stuff, or it's not a good time to advertise, because it is. It's a good time. Also, you can be building retargeting audiences during this time, which is literally give them value, show them stuff that that's going to help them, because then when September comes around, they'll be thinking about you rather than your competition. So most people don't do retargeting. They don't really understand it. What is retargeting? Because probably I know a lot of you guys in here are big in this as well. So it's basically what you want to be thinking here is that if someone watches a video, then they're captured in an audience basically inside Facebook, and you can start showing them ads later on. So iOS update. If you're thinking about, oh yeah, no, it don't work. Well, it does, because you're just keeping everyone inside Facebook. So this is why in the tab system we keep most of it inside Facebook, because you can do retargeting then. The other thing was also have a think about what, like, the way to look at what channels to be using is that, okay, yeah, Facebook is the biggest one in my opinion, but then also have a think, if it's during summer, then I would probably suggest YouTube is a good one to look at, because a lot of people are going to be on there. Where is your target audience hanging out? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Now, LinkedIn is another good one if you're doing a lot of corporate stuff, because I've come across quite a few people that do self-defense with corporate schools, or they're doing like fitness programs for corporates. LinkedIn advertising is a lot more expensive, but the targeting is pretty amazing, to be fair. So that's why it is expensive. So that's another one. By the way, if you wanted this document, let me know in the comments and just put document or something. Yeah, just put doc in the comments, and then either myself or Barry will just send you the link, and you can read through this a bit more in detail. So let me just quickly get back onto this. So, what problems are the parents having right now? Or if it's not parents, then your target audience. You know, having like advertising free trials and stuff. I get it. People will say free doesn't work for them, but it does. It depends on the area. If you want to try it as a paid trial, you can also try it as a paid trial. That works as well. Just make sure you show the value. um, there's also, so here are the things. So LinkedIn is great. Twitter ads also work very well if you use Twitter yourself. So YouTube pre-roll ads is the thing. That's is a really good way. Is the thing that pops up before you watch the video. There's a thing called YouTube Buddy, which is something I've been using. That's great for finding search terms and stuff along on YouTube. And then, of course, there's stuff about YouTube ads on here. Instagram, like I mentioned, Reels. Now, Pinterest is something that is this is something that I played around with, and it is very powerful because the majority of the audience there are mums. So this is something that can get you good amount of like awareness. The thing is that when someone buys off you first, they need to be aware of you first, and then after that, that's when then you educate them, and then after education, that's when they start looking into buying things from you. So email marketing. Now, this is if you're not building your list, then you're missing out huge, because email is still the most lucrative thing out there. This is why we integrate this so much into the tap system itself, is that you need an automated email system. If you don't have it, if you're doing it manually yourself, you're going to forget days. You're not going to have that consistency, which is very important. Using newsletters is very, very powerful. And it's just showing people that you're around. And people still open their emails. So here, like already, like we've gone over types of promotions, free trials, free first month, referring a friend, giving them a bonus. Let's put that into pounds. Buy one get one get one offer deals. This is a very good strategy for you if you do funnels at all. Then this is a very good one to incorporate into that. You can also do it with depending on which way you do your ads. Pay for one class and get the rest of the week half off. These are different kind. Like, think out the box what people are not doing. And then, of course, buy a month, get X months free. Discount for returning students. Payment plans. Of course, you can if you're not doing this already, then you can make a better payment structure. Now, obviously, things are very tight for people. So if you want that document, let me know. Just put doc. If you're watching this as a replay, then just put doc doc, and I'll send it across to you. I hope you guys are finding this useful. Like, is there something that's popped out for you right now? Just let me know in the comments. Is there something that you just never have thought about? So summertime, what I'm trying to get to you, summertime is a very, very good time because marketing is not an instant fix. You can't just switch on marketing and then it's just going to suddenly happen. It does in some places, but it's something that you need to work on a little bit. And then once you got it perfected, then you can just scale it and it just becomes amazing, because then, especially when you're using paid advertising, organic methods do work, but they take a lot more time. But this is something that I'm going to be doing, which I was going to announce it next week, but next week I'm going to be announcing a masterclass in this group, which is going to be more around organic methods, things that you can, because there's a lot of you guys that I know are not at that stage yet where you can be using paid ads as much. So what I want to do is obviously help you guys. So there's quite a lot of organic methods that I'm aware of that I've even used, that I'm going to be doing a masterclass on that next week. So just keep an eye out. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, then yeah, let me know in the comments if that sounds good to you. Then I'll definitely do it. So that pretty much is what I wanted to cover with you guys. I'm here open for any questions. If you have any questions, let me know. But also, I want you to also know is that if you're interested in learning about the tab system, because it's a perfect time to be investing in yourself and learning how to set up ad campaigns, how to set up remarketing, automations, and you have time to do it during this summertime. I know your kids are around, so you won't, you still have time. So just type system below. I'll reach out to you. It'll just be a chat. Don't worry, it's not a sales call, nothing like that. And we'll just see if the tap system is the right fit for you. So let's see. Any of you guys got any questions? Masterclass sounds good, brilliant. Yeah, I think this one would be a great one for everyone. Masterclass, great. So it looks like a big yes for the masterclass. So I'll get working on that. You'll see an announcement in the group next week. Oh yeah, I've got quite a few. So now, if you're interested in the system itself, so just let me know. So you guys got any questions about, what are you guys actually going to be advertising in the summer? Let me know if you are. Oh, got another one for masterclass. So it looks like a big one, big yes for that one then. Right, cool. So let me just take this off. So that's pretty much it for this week. If you have any questions, if you're stuck with anything, any of you guys got questions, put them. If you're watching this as a replay, put hashtag replay or put a question down. Let me know that you watched it. It's always good for me to know. And then if you're stuck at anything, I'm here each week to answer questions as well. It's obviously I want to give you guys great content, but also help you with wherever you are. It's not just about trying to sell my stuff or anything like that. In the day, I know that will help you massively, but it depends where you're at the buyer's journey. I totally get it. So that's my pleasure. Thanks for watching. I hope you all found this. Yeah, I was going to say, I hope you found this interesting. And you just said, thanks. Very interesting. Have a think about, what is this stuff can you be doing over summer? Don't just sit there and just think I got to shut up shop and then just wait till summer. Of course you need a break, I get it, but you can also think about campaigns, because when you're a lot of misconception is that when you're setting up campaigns, is that it's not just the ad. It's not just the ad. It's basically you have emails to do for your email sequences. You have retargeting videos to set up. You have basically understanding the different kinds of images, videos. What kind of things can you be doing right now that's going to save you time for later on. Is very, very important to know. So cool. I can't see any questions coming on, so just going to give it a few more minutes. If you have anything, put them down below. What are you planning on doing? Are you actually going to set up ads, or what? Are you just going to have the summer off, which is also fine, in the day. But that's pretty much it, really. I'm just seeing on this document if I missed out any main point, but you guys will see this anyway. Yeah, pretty much covered everything on there. So yeah, have a think about the pain points. Think about why they need your service during summer, and just get your campaigns out there, and it'll be good. It works really, really well. Don't just sit there and not do anything, because you'll shoot yourself in the foot in that way. Cool. I don't see anything coming on. So thanks everyone. Thank you for sticking on with this, and I will see you all next week. And if you're interested with the tap system, let me know in the comments. If not, I will catch you next week, and have a great weekend. Bye everyone.